Trust what you say and that's all okay. But everything starts to feel like a con, and I'm the pawn. Am I right or wrong?
On this week's show, we're going to head down to Florida with Hoppy at Osceola Outfitters once again for a hog hunt. Only this time I'm taking several of the knock-on staff members and just some really close friends of mine that I have that just love archery. I can guarantee you that on this hunt, we needed a lot of arrows to go with a lot of laughs.
Select Hunter. Select UA Package. Select Point. Select Transport. Select Accuracy Package. Select Nikon Optics.
On this first hunt, we're going to join a longtime friend of mine from Mississippi, Robbie Presley. On this first morning, we were out stalking around. We found a whole bunch of wild hogs out in some tall native grass. Robbie's one of those friends that just keeps you laughing nonstop, and right prior to this hunt, I was painting my face by the truck, and Robbie had forgot his, so he said, "Hey man, give me a little of that face paint." So I reached over, and little did he know, gave him quite the Picasso job you'll get to see here in a minute. So that's the golden rule. Don't let your buddy paint your face for you. It's not going to turn out too good.
Double.
Oh man, that's a boar. That's an old boar. Pull that sucker out.
Nice.
Yeah. What do you think, Robbie?
I like it. Young boar, good job.
Yeah, thanks, Hoppy.
I'll leave y'all alone for 5 minutes to go get the truck and y'all start shooting. Awesome. There's
Nice.
your hit right there. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right.
It's a good buddy of mine right there. We've known each other a long time. This is another great buddy of mine, Dean Thornton from up in Canada. Dean is just an awesome guy, loves archery, does it every day of his life, and just a perfect example of what Knock On is all about. It's important in archery, anytime you make a marginal hit, that you take a follow-up shot if you get that opportunity. That's exactly what Dean did here.
That was pretty exciting. I think my first shot was a little far back, I think. It's a little far back. But the second one, I think, did the trick for sure. We're down here at Osceola Outfitters. That guy Jimmy, we made an awesome stalk this morning. Weather's been nice and cool, humid this morning. Not used to that, but it's awesome. Absolutely awesome. There's hogs everywhere. You guys, you gotta come down here and try this place. I can't thank everybody here at Osceola Outfitters enough for the fun that we've had here. It's an outstanding place to come. Like I said before, the only thing you need to bring here are lots of arrows, because you're doing lots of flinging. It's a lot of fun.
Be sure to visit knockonarchery.com to see our entire line of knock-on lifestyle clothing, as well as some awesome knock-on gear and accessories that I personally take to the field myself. Enter promo code SHOWFAN and I'll include a free signed photo. Also remember that all U.S. orders over 100 get free shipping. knockonarchery.com. On this hunt, we're going to join a good friend of mine, Shawn Monson, aka Launch. And Shawn is just an awesome spot and stalk hunter. He's a Western game specialist. And right here, he's doing exactly what we talked about in our first episode when we were discussing spot and stalk tactics and getting any kind of object you can between you and the animal so that you better your chance for your movement and getting close enough for a bow shot.
Just hammered that thing. She was kind of standing this way on me. She slowly came back. Might hit her right in here. I was going for that front shoulder, but I think I went a little left.
Holy smokes. There you go. Dead on.
That's where you want to hit.
Dead on.
That's a sweet shot.
And you saw what we had to trail. There wasn't nothing.
You'll find that arrow, man. She's done and done. Though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Holy smokes.
Good deal.
It's cool. First hog. First hog down. Yeah.
Good deal.
Sweet.
Black hog
Yeah,
down.
awesome shot.
Harvest. Dead center.
On this week's Dead Center, I'm going to give you some easy things to do to make sure that next time you put on your rainwear, you're going to be just as accurate as when you don't have it on. And these are things that I learned as a target archer and that were critical in making sure that I remained perfectly accurate even when it started pouring rain. And the first thing is going to be to make sure you always just keep a Ziploc bag with either brand new dry shop towels or even a piece of a chamois cloth on the inside of your pocket, because that's going to allow you to have something dry to wipe your optics down, your rangefinder, as well as your bow, because it's going to be important that you keep your archery equipment dry as well, especially your cable slide or your cable rod. If you have an older bow that doesn't have a roller type system, then having water on your cable slide is going to make that slow down as it fires, and that's going to affect the accuracy of your arrow. The other thing too, if you don't have form-fitting rainwear, like this UA rainwear that I have, this is actually made with a form-fitting sleeve that is tight around my arm. But if you have a bulky rainwear, then you want to go ahead and in your plastic bag, always keep some type of an armband in there, or even an old arm guard, so that when you take this out, you know to go ahead and put your arm guard on to keep yourself from hitting your bulky rainwear sleeve. The other thing is you're going to want to make sure that you waterproof your bow as well, because if your string is dry, it's going to absorb water like a sponge, and when it does that, it's going to decrease the speed as well as decrease your accuracy. Now, years ago, I started shooting Winner's Choice custom bowstrings, and the reason being is because they are not only bow hunters, but they're tried and true target archers, and they know the importance of having a bowstring that is consistent regardless of the weather conditions. And years ago, they came out with an awesome weather tamer type process that actually impregnates the fibers with a custom material that's almost like a Gore-Tex rain suit. So it prevents your strings from soaking up that water and decreasing your speed and accuracy. They also make a weather tamer string care kit that you can use on any other type of bowstring if you want to weatherproof your string yourself. All you have to do is put this material on your string and use one of the pads that it comes with to just work that in deeply into the fibers, and you're going to waterproof your string, and that's definitely going to keep you more accurate. If you're looking to learn more about archery, be sure to tune in to Knock On Podcasts. Knock On Podcasts is a weekly talk show where I get in-depth with shooting techniques, equipment setup, and also give you a no BS review on some of the latest industry gear. Knock On Podcasts are great for listening on a road trip or that dreaded ride into work. Expand your archery knowledge with the highest level of world-class information on the airwaves. Knock On Podcasts. Once my buddies all got a hog, I decided to step up to get one myself, and a good rule of thumb when spotting and stalking hogs is that you really need to focus on their ears, because when their ears are wiggling around, then that is a sure sign that they're actually rooting in the soil, and they're constantly driving those tusks under and lifting up roots. So when their ears are wiggling, it's a good time to move. If their ears have stopped, then they're focusing on something, and that's not a good time to move. So what I did in this situation was I used this low bank so that I could be below the eyesight line of these hogs. I kept my eyes on all of them to make sure they were moving around and active and rooting so that I could get pulled back for an easy shot. Shooting this arrow at about 290 feet per second, and I swear I told Shawn the other day before I left, I said I think I could shoot a 1400 feet with this hunting bow right now. This thing is shooting so good. So if you're debating arrows, what arrow you want to choose, I'm a strong believer in small diameter, heavy mass, and the new injection with the Deep 6 is all about kinetic energy and blowing through all kinds of density. So check out that arrow and check out my next trophy. Thanks a lot, Hoppy.
Good job,
appreciate
buddy.
it, man.
Good shot.
Once again, let's join my buddy Robbie as he goes after a great big black boar.
Low in the gut. Hold still, hold real still.
That's our man right here, guys. Good job, Bird. Yep, right there.
Another double down, baby. Thanks, Hoppy. This is awesome.
Look at the size of that stuff.
On the last morning of the hunt, I had an unbelievable day, and this is how it all started out: catching some hogs, feeding back into the thick palmettos. After making that first shot, Hoppy went to get the truck. Robbie and I got on the blood trail, and on our way in, we came across another group of hogs.
Leave you guys alone for 2 minutes. There's 3 more over here. Did you hear me whistling for you? No, I did. You were zoned in the zone. I'm like, what the heck?
Archery, it's a year-round sport. Don't do it just part of the season or you're missing out. Get out there, enjoy target shooting, enjoy some indoor leagues, and get out and enjoy hunting. It's just such a fun part of this sport. Stay with us.
Lone Wolves Field Recon.
This week's tip, I'm actually going to talk to you about something that I've been doing for a long time, and that's in my what I call my sanctuary areas, the parts of my hunting spots where I really rarely like to go in there, what I normally do is I'll take a camera and put them in there prior to season with a fresh set of batteries and a brand new card, and just leave them in there until that first time I come in to hunt. In this situation, I've left this whole area down here alone, and I do have a camera that I've put down here on this food plot. So what I'll do, and again, right now I'm in a blind, but in some situations I've done this right in my tree stand too, but I'll go ahead and pull the cards on any camera that I'm walking by and bring in one of these portable card readers with me. They fit right in your backpack, and you can take those, turn them on. You know, this is a cuddy view, obviously it shows the source. You can actually bring another card with you and copy it if you want to, but you know, as you can see right here, there's me walking in, but you can go through these pictures and see, one, if there's a good buck down in this area that you expect there to be, but two, you can really look at the times that these things are coming through this area. A really funny thing that I had happen one time was I actually walked into a stand, pulled my card, got up in the tree, and as I'm in the tree looking, obviously the first picture that I see is myself walking up to the camera, but literally 3 minutes before that is a giant buck that I was hunting. So evidently I was 3 minutes too late. So a great way to do some scouting with extreme low pressure is put those cameras out, leave them there until you come into that stand, and either pull that card on the way in and read it with a small reader while you're in your stand to help the time pass by, or take that card out with you at that moment and put a fresh one in so that you're not having to come in and out to that camera all the time.
Well, as you may remember, I still had a few arrows left after my busy morning, and this is one of the most unbelievable stalking techniques I've ever seen. We are in a wide open field, and Hoppy cut 2 palmetto leaves to cover us as we snuck in on this group of hogs.
Cranked him up, buddy.
Dude, 100 yards across grass.
That was crazy.
Smoked. You cranked him up.
Man, that was crazy.
Across grass.
Man, that was totally incredible. I've done a lot of stalks, and I've been part of a lot of sneakies, but my guide Hoppy cut these palms off, made us into a palm tree, and I don't even know how far we went across mowed grass, and every time that sucker looked up, we just pretended we were a palm tree. It worked great. But another awesome hog here with Hoppy at Osceola Outfitters, and today has been an incredible morning. As you can see, I really have one Easton injection left because we've got 3 more hogs to find. Or actually, we were taking the truck around to get them when we saw this group here. We had a real nice rain last night, and these hogs are just everywhere this morning, rooting up this soft ground. But I'm shooting the Easton injection, and as you can see from that shot, I put it right on that shield, straight up the leg, because a lot of people aim too far back on the hogs. And you know, to be honest, the way they're built, the shields that the boars have are really to protect their vitals. So just like what I had mentioned several years ago with the animals in Africa, you don't want to get in the habit of aiming behind the shoulder because you're going to be shooting through a non-lethal spot. You want to go straight up the leg halfway, and you're going to be right in the center of that plate. And if you're shooting an arrow that's designed for penetration, as you can see right there. I mean, this arrow was buried 10 inches into the dirt behind this sucker. Awesome shot, pass through, perfect, unbelievable testimony for that Easton injection.
Maximum penetration. Death rocket. Rocket of death. Nope, it's not my hat. Did you lose yours? Somebody stole mine. I don't lose anything. It kind of looks like that. Does it say Shawn? No, it doesn't say Shawn. No. Dang it. I write my name in everything because everybody around you's a thief.